there's a reason that most of the apostles were realistically
Teenagers when they started.
Maybe
Jesus was a youth pastor.
pretty much, but there was a reason that they were. Think about it. How many teenagers do you know that are fearless and just bold? And it's amazing how much we talk ourselves out of that as we age, and we get a level of like, oh, that really did hurt. Teenagers have such a boldness and a yes, we will, yes, I can, and nobody can tell me no, and all of that kind of concept, and boom.
Swing set in the 80s. Jumping contest.
Well, I still did that as an adult, though.
What happened? Rolled your ankle.
I more than once rolled my.
She was trying to impress the grandson. She did. She went pretty far. Nanny went pretty far. But
Nanny did not land as standing
as graceful as she wanted. And she twisted her ankle, and she learned a valuable lesson that day.
Well, sort of.
So the reason he's speaking from a heartbroken point of view, if you will, is the next verse. In 15, he says, "This all those in Asia." Now, this is talking about the region of Turkey, Mesopotamia, Damascus, Syria, Israel, that area.
Right, exactly.
Okay, not necessarily Asia all the way over on the east coast of the continent.
And even though he says all of Asia has abandoned me, he it's it feels like, well, it's more of a euphemism of it feels like everybody's abandoned me. But then he's like, oh wait, oniferous.
He's hyperbolic. He's hyperbolic, but he's hyperbolic for a reason. He's the whole world has forgotten about me except Oniferous. And then he makes a point of pointing this dude out. He says, by grant mercy on this household for this guy, because he often refreshed me and was not ashamed of my chains. But on the contrary, when I was in Rome, he diligently searched for me and found me. See, he was arrested and he was put in two different places.
Yeah.
Right? He was under house arrest for several years. And then he was let free. And then a couple years later, he was arrested. And then he went from the tribunal in Jerusalem, and they put him, he was in chains from Jerusalem into Rome. And then he was carried from Rome to the procurator, and he was found guilty, and they chopped his head off. And he wasn't in prison in Rome for maybe 18 months, and he got a couple of letters off, and then he was dead. They killed him because he was the biggest mouthpiece of the church.
John.
And so at that point, he passed the torch on to Timothy, and he says, keep it ablaze. And like we just talked about with the campfire.
Hi, David. Hi, Aaron.
My boys and my princes. The way we keep that fire ablaze is by staying in the Word. And when we come across passages we don't understand, there's this thing that we have in our hands every day.
Oh, you're looking for my phone?
That is just this wonderful, wonderful creation.
Ouch,
it's the world of the knowledge of the internet is at your hands. And if you're reading a word and you don't understand it, you can ask Google.